You can now run Hermes Agent completely free, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So there are two free models you can now plug into Hermes Agent right now. Number one is Qwen 3.6 Plus, and number two is Owl Alpha. Both of them are free. Both have a bigger context window than most paid models out.
The useful version of this video is not, here is a magic free model. The useful version is, Hermes becomes stronger when the model layer is replaceable. Qwen through Hermes-Portal and Owl Alpha through OpenRouter are not the same product, but they solve the same operational problem. When one model hits limits, gets slow, or changes terms, your agent should not need to be rebuilt from scratch.
24/7 without you paying anything. I'm going to walk you through the full setup step by step for both of them. It takes a few minutes. It's very easy. And I'll also show you something later that most people completely miss: which one to switch when you hit limits so your agent never stops working. By the end of this video, your Hermes agent is going to be running 24/7 for free, doing work for you around the clock. Let's get into it. Today, I'm going to show.
The setup pattern is simple. Run Hermes setup, connect a provider, choose the free model, restart Hermes, then test one boring task. The part beginners should copy is the provider separation. Hermes is the agent shell. Hermes-Portal or OpenRouter is the routing layer. Qwen or Owl Alpha is the current engine. Keep those roles separate and you can change engines without changing the workflow. The million token context window is useful, but do not confuse context with reliability. A huge context window can read more documents. It does not automatically mean better tool use, better memory, safer permissions, or stable rate limits. For agent work, I care about repeatability first. If the same research task produces different structure every run, the giant context window is mostly a marketing number.
So again, Owl Alpha is set up. That's a free model. Let's just test it works. And you can see that's working nicely here, which is perfect, right? So we've now set up Hermes Agent for free with Owl Alpha. You can do it with Qwen 3.6 Plus. You've got two different models you can use, and they're both easy to set up, as you've seen today, right? They're both a million token context window, which is bigger than a lot of paid models right now. So it's really easy to set up and use. Now, if you want a full guide on this sort of stuff, we actually have a full guide on how to set up Owl Alpha with Hermes Agent over here, right, with a video tutorial and a step-by-step guide, plus 100 prompts you can test this out with, a 30-day plan for implementing it into your business, and full road. So again, Owl Alpha is set up. That's a free model. Let's just test it works. And you can see that's working nicely here, which is perfect, right? So we've now set up Hermes Agent for free with Owl Alpha. You can do it with Qwen 3.6 Plus. You've got two different models you can use, and they're both easy to set up, as you've seen today, right? They're both a million token context window, which is bigger than a lot of.
That warning is the most important part of the whole walkthrough. Free is not a security model. If prompts and completions may be logged, keep client data, private strategy, credentials, paid deliverables, and anything regulated out of the test. Use free models for public research, draft outlines, internal experiments, synthetic data, and low-risk automations. The more sensitive the workflow gets, the more you should pay for predictable terms and laws you control. My test plan would be 3 passes. First, run the same small agent task 3 times and compare the outputs. Second, run a tool-heavy task and check whether it follows instructions without drifting. Third, force a provider switch and make sure Hermes can continue the workflow without breaking config. If it passes those tests, promote it to bigger internal work. If it fails, keep it as a cheap sandbox, not your production agent brain. So the move is not run everything on free models forever. The move is build a routing habit. Keep Hermes as the workflow layer, keep multiple providers configured, test free models on low-risk jobs, and always keep a fallback. Free model access is valuable when it gives you optionality. It is dangerous when it tricks you into treating an experiment like infrastructure.